Hello and welcome back to Notes from School. This is episode number 16 and I'm very happy for you to be back in the assembly hall with me because this week it is a solo episode and we're going to be doing something very exciting this week. Well, exciting for me because we're going to be going through one of the old school songbooks called Apusskidu or Apusskidu. I'm not quite sure exactly how you pronounce it, but this book has got some absolute classic tunes for the school assembly hall. And I thought what I'd do is I would go through this book in its entirety and sing and comment on each song. So I did a similar kind of video on YouTube a little while ago for Come and Praise when I went through each song and basically talked about each one, rated it, had a little sing through. This is slightly different because a lot of the songs in Come and Praise are kind of based on hymns or more traditional. And these are specifically songs for children. Okay, so we are going to hit some childhood classics in this book. I haven't played through every single song in the book, so there might be a few tunes that I don't know. So we're going to give them a go anyway, see what happens. And I feel like we're kind of overdue a bit of a sing-along episode because the last few episodes have been some interviews, and I hope you've really enjoyed the interviews. I really enjoyed doing them, and I'm going to try and kind of mix up my podcast episodes with some episodes being interviews and some of them being solo episodes where I talk about various themes. But today we're going to be having a musical themed episode. We're going to do lots of songs, and if you are listening to this and fancy a sing-along, then feel free to sing along to as many of these as you know. But first of all, just want to have a quick catch-up because it's been a few weeks. As I said, we've had some great interviews the last few weeks with James Sills talking about his the BBC Bantam of the Opera. Tom Carradine was talking about all the Cockney songs and songs from the wars and all that kind of stuff, and that was a really fascinating insight into his kind of career as well. And also last week with Anthony Garone from America, talking about the differences between the US versus the UK, and we talked about improvisation and creativity and different mindsets and all that kind of stuff. So if you have missed out on those episodes, then feel free to go back and have a listen. But for the meantime, I'm so glad that you're here for this week. Okay, so I didn't really mention, but I was in the States over Christmas, over Easter, over the past few weeks, and I was in Arizona for a week and went hiking and did lots of other things. I even got a tattoo, whoa, which is very exciting, and then I was in New York for about 5 days or so. Anyway, back in the UK, I've been gigging in Butlins, and the whole of this week I've been in Soho Theatre, so if I sound a bit tired, it's because I've been up late every night, even on school nights, performing at the Soho Theatre downstairs, which is a really fun venue. I think it's about 150, 160 capacity, and it's been the first time that I've done a series of like hour-long late shows as well. So thank you so much if you're listening to this and you have come along to the shows. I know one person in particular that has sent me an email, and I met her after one of the shows. After most of the shows I do, I try and hang out if I can, and I've been selling some merch as well, so I've got t-shirts and tote bags. But I had an email through from Claire Gordon, who I met after one of these Soho Theatre shows. And I'm going to read you the email because she had some memories from school. She says, "Dear James, I love your podcast and I have fond, nostalgic memories of singing in assembly at Sunny Fields Primary School in northwest London in the 80s with the wonderful Mr. Lloyd who played the piano. You're talking about using the OHP reminded me of my time at school, where the same boy was the OHP monitor for as long as I can remember. I have no idea why no one else got a turn. His name was James Worley. I wonder if he's listening. If you are, you're a legend. I am seeing your show at the Soho Theatre next week, and I can't wait." There we go. That's from Claire Gordon. Thank you so much for the email and for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it, and great to meet you after the show. That feels like a bit of kind of repressed childhood trauma of not getting given the OHP monitor at school. I also was never the OHP monitor, so we're in this together, don't worry. This is why I'm doing my show now, to work my way through all those emotions. But Claire, thanks for the message, and if anyone has a message they want me to read on the podcast or any questions, then feel free to send them in to notesfromschoolpodcast@gmail.com or send me a message on Instagram. But without further ado, I want to get straight into it because the last few episodes have been quite long. And I know I'm going to be playing through the whole of this book today, but the songs are quite short. So let's see how many songs we can get through. I've got my cup of tea. Let's go for it. This is rating and playing through the entirety of the Apusskidu soundtrack, the songbook from school. And we're going to start with a school songbook classic. Well, I mean, it's more of a... This is kind of like a children's birthday party classic. It goes, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I don't think I need to do any more of the verses. We do have a lot of verses. And there are some alternate lyrics. Play a drum, blow a horn, tap two sticks, hit a gong. I don't even know if I can really rate that one. It is just a toddler's birthday party classic. But it's lasted the test of time. It's kind of an old song, I think. Okay, and also, this isn't kind of an intellectual deep dive in this book. I haven't done any research on each song. So I'll tell you any facts that I have about each song from the top of my head. But we're going to move on to a song, which is number 2, called I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. So it goes, I'd like to teach the world a home and furnish it with love, and grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. I'd like to teach the world to sing. That's a good tune. When I did, I used to sing with Gareth Malone in his choir, and he came on stage to that song. So it's a good tune. I never sang it at school. We're now getting into musical theatre territory. I Whistle a Happy Tune. This is from The King and I, which I saw in London last year. And it's right at the beginning when they're sailing off, and the boy is very apprehensive about going to a new land, and his mum sings a song. Okay, whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, so no one will suspect I'm afraid. Let's skip a bit. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, and when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. I teach that song quite a lot. It's a Rodgers and Hammerstein classic, I think from the 1940s or early 50s. We're getting on to a Beatles song now. Some of these old school assembly songs have got Beatles tunes in. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. Is the chorus. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Lots more verses. I feel like it's quite high as well for school children. Okay, we're getting on to one now, which I have done in another episode, in episode 5 I think it was. It's called Sing a Rainbow. Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow too. Listen with your eyes, listen with your eyes, listen with your eyes, and sing everything you see. You can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing along with me. Okay, I'm not going to do every bit of every song, as it's going to be a very long episode of so. Now, we're getting on to the Super Supper March. The Super Supper March, which is, it has words by Dr. Seuss. I remember I kept getting requests for this one when I was doing TikTok lives, and people kept asking for Hungry, Hungry, I Am Hungry, and I had no idea what it was. But I found this song in the Apusskidu soundtrack in the songbook. It goes, hungry, hungry, I am hungry. Table, table, here I come. I could eat a goose moose burger, 15 pickles and a purple plum, oysters, noodles, strawberries, strudels, french fries, fish hash, 1 red beet, lamb chops, wham chops, huckleberry mishmash. Oh, the things that I could eat. Deep dish rhubarb, upside down cake. I could eat a frittered plum. Hungry, hungry, I am starving. Table, 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 here I come. Okay. Probably the strangest lyrics you'll have in a school assembly song, but it is great. This next song is called My Ship Sailed from China, and I teach this one quite a lot. It's got lots of actions, and the way that this one works is the actions build up every verse. So you have a action for fanning in the first verse, and then in the second verse you have actions for brushing, and then you have actions for tapping your feet, and it all kind of builds up verse by verse, which is great, until at the end the pupil is kind of doing lots of crazy actions at the same time. I sang this one when we went on a I think we did it at Cub Camp, but also I remember doing it when we went on our year 5 trip to some like farm site where we did our week away, basically. This is My Ship Sailed from China, and if you want to hear the whole of this song, I've got it on YouTube as well. So it goes like this. My ship sailed from China with a cargo of tea, all laden with treasures for you and for me. They brought me a fan, just imagine my bliss, when I found myself fanning like this, like this, like this, like this. Then it goes, my ship sailed from China, and it builds up every verse. That's a great tune. It's a great tune for teaching. This next song is called Daisy Bell, which is one that I talked about with Tom Carradine, which is an old music hall classic by Harry Dacre. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. There we go, Daisy Daisy. It's a song that's lasted the test of time. And if you want to hear more about that sort of song, like the music hall style, yeah, feel free to go back and listen to the Tom Carradine episode, which was episode number 14. And by the way, the Singer Rainbow episode, if you want to hear that one, was actually number 6. And that was the one interview I did with Ella Reiter, talking about confidence and music. Okay. Cool, so we're on to number 9. And number 9 is a song called The Bonny Blueeyed Sailor. This is an old English folk tune. We've got quite a range of different songs in this book, which is great. It's an old English folk tune, which I put on a video and on Spotify in an album I called My Nostalgic Tunes for Anxious Adults, something like that. And it goes like this. Oh, there came to our village a bonny blue-eyed sailor, and he gave me a kiss and he went to sea. And the butcher, the baker, the cobbler and the tailor, oh, they all want to marry me. That's a great song also for singing exams as the folk song. So the next tune, it is another folk song, but it's from America this time. It's called Liliza Jane. I know a song that you don't know, Liliza Jane, way down south in Baltimore, Liliza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Liliza Jane. Oh, Eliza, Liliza Jane. And we're going to continue with this next one, which is another American song called Clementine. In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, thou art lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. This is a really dark song. It's a really dark song. So this guy, he's a miner in 1849, which was the gold rush in America. He falls in love with a miner's daughter, and she drove the ducklings to the water every morning. She hit her foot up against a splinter, falls into a pond or a lake or something, and drowns, and then he ends up hooking up with her little sister. It's a very dark song, and I feel like there is a bit of a trend for some of those childhood songs to be quite dark, especially the folk songs and even nursery rhymes. I feel like I should do a whole podcast episode about the darkness of nursery rhymes and how messed up they are. Okay, so next tune is called Sparrow Twitters. We're moving from America to the Czech Republic with this one. So, I don't know this one either, but let's give it a go. Sparrow twitters, cheep, cheep, cheep. Who will wed our chimney sweep? I don't know who his wife will be. Miller's daughter Marjorie. Okay, little Czech folk song. Little Brown Jug is the next tune. My wife and I lived all alone in a little log hut we called our own. She loved gin and I loved rum. I tell you what, we'd have lots of fun. Ha ha ha, you and me, little brown jug, and I love thee. Ha ha ha, you and me, little brown jug, don't I love thee. Singing about gin and rum in your school assemblies. Perfect song. Okay. This is I'm Henry the Eighth I Am. And this song, I feel like, was made popular by... there are a few different versions of it. There was Hermit's version of it and Harry Champion as well. So, I'm Henry the Eighth I Am. I'm Henry the Eighth I am. Henry the Eighth I am, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before. Everyone was a Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm her 8th old man named Henry. I'm Henry the Eighth I am. Henry the Eighth I am. It's got a whole verse as well, but it talks about getting down on your knees because it's Coronation Day. Okay, I'll skip that one. Henry the Eighth I am. I actually didn't sing that one. I don't really know it particularly well, but again, I think that's a bit of a music hall classic as well. So I'm sure a few of you listening to this might have sung that one at school, and I apologise for not knowing a few of the tunes that you do. There's a Hole in My Bucket, Dear Liza, is coming up. I am only going to sing one verse because there are literally 20 verses written into this. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole, then mend it. Okay, that was first 2. Alright, moving on. Okay, another traditional tune called There Was an Old Witch. There was an old witch, believe it if you can. She tapped on the window and she ran, ran, ran. She ran helter-skelter with her toes in the air. Cornstalks flying from the old witch's hair. Okay, very dark. And there were 10 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over. Again, another children's party classic. Now we're on to Lily the Pink. By the way, I did preface this episode by saying they are children's songs, so if you're not a fan of these ones, I do apologise. Wait for the next episode. Okay. But it is a little historical document of all the tunes that we sang in our primary schools. This is We'll drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the pink, the pink, the saviour of the human race. For she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Mr. Fleers had sticking out ears and it made him awful shy. And so they gave him medicinal compound Now he's learning how to fly. We'll drink a drink. Again, into the chorus again. That one actually quite often gets requested at some of my shows. This next song, Tom Carradine mentioned in his episode called Bananas in Pajamas, and it's the weirdest children's show ever made. Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas are coming down in pairs. Bananas in pajamas are chasing teddy bears. 'Cause on Tuesdays they all like to catch them unawares. Bananas in Pajamas, I remember watching that growing up. It was a very strange show. Okay, this is a Victorian popular song called The Great Meat Pie, number 21. You've heard of the wondrous crocodile and the thundering great sea snake. No doubt it's often made you smile and caused your sides to ache. Now I've got one to make you laugh for 40 days or night. So listen while I tell you about a stunning great meat pie. A fine meat pie, a fat meat pie, a thumping great meat pie. Oh, you'll not see such a supper if you live to the day you die. You'll not see such a supper if you live till the day you die. Classic Victorian parlour song all about pies. There are a lot of kind of random Victorian songs about meat for some reason. There was an old man named Michael Finnegan. He grew whiskers on his chin again. The wind came up and blew them in again. Poor old Michael Finnegan, begin again. And we'd shout the word begin again as loud as you can. Okay, so we're now getting on to a bit of a kind of gospel-inspired spiritual tune. So we go, this is The Train Is A-Comin'. The train is a-comin', oh yes. Train is a-comin', oh yes. Train is a-comin', train is a-comin', train is a-comin', oh yes. Good stuff. We do have some more train songs coming up. 24, we get onto The Wheels Keep Turning. Go. This is by a songwriter called Graham Beebe. My secondary school teacher was called Mr. Beebe as well. No relation, I assume. Some machines are fun to watch and make a funny sound. With some oil on, they go quieter. That's what I have found. Up and down the levers go, pistons to and fro. Motors churning, brum, brum. Wheels keep turning, brum, brum, round and round and round and round and round and round and round. Okay, I have never heard that song before. Let me know if you know that one. Coming up, we have another song about a train. I absolutely love this song. It's called Morningtown Ride. And if you know this one, sing along. It's by Malvina Reynolds, who wrote Magic Penny and What Have They Done to the Rain and lots of other tunes. And it goes, train whistle blowing makes a sleepy noise. Underneath their blankets go all the girls and boys, rockin', rollin', riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. All bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Morningtown Ride, what a song. I had it in my show, first of all. But this one, it gets everybody going, and it's called, I put it into the gospel mashup as a bonus song. It's called She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain When She Comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. And there's, of course, the extra bit, and it goes, singing I, yippee, yippee, I. Singing I, yippee, yippee, I. singing yippee, 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 yippee. Yeah, I better move on, but there is a Scottish version which is "Oh you canny shove your granny off the bus." But we're getting on to a song about Wimbledon Common, and it's from the Wombles by Mike Batt, called "Underground, Overground, Wombling Free. The Wombles of Wimbledon Common are we, making good use of the things that we find, things that the everyday folks leave behind. Uncool Bulgaria." Okay, I better move on because some of these songs are quite long and I don't know the entirety of the song, but I do know the chorus of that. It is a banger. We're on to a song about football now because we need to connect with some of the football-loving members of the school assembly. And this is called "Shoot, Shoot, Shoot." It's quite an obscure tune, so let's see if anyone knows this one. The ball is at my feet, I swerve and beat a man, I'm herring down the touchline, just catch me if you can. I dodge a sliding tackle, the centre half is near, and all at once I hear the crowd, and this is what I hear. 50,000 football fans shout, "Shoot, shoot, shoot." From all around the football ground is "Shoot, shoot, shoot." From 30 yards then I get set, I kick the ball straight in the net. I hear the roar, I can't forget it's goal, goal, goal. It's a goal, goal, goal. Not an absolute classic, I've got to say, but there we go. I feel like, when did this song book come out? It was probably in the early 70s, 1975. We have a song about aliens coming up. This is called "Battle Song of the Zashians." It goes, "Calling all Zashians to take a stand. Earthman invaders approach the land. Up and attack to make them draw back. We are all set and our spaceships manned." There we go, Battle of the Zashians. I don't know if that is a reference to something. We've got a song now from the Bahamas. We're going across the ocean to the Bahamas, and it's called "The Wind Blow East." Okay, "Oh, the wind blow east." Here we go. "Oh, the wind blow east, the wind blow west, the wind blow the sunshine right down in town. Oh, the wind blow the sunshine right down in town. Oh, the wind blow the sunshine right down in town." Okay, there we go. One potato, two potato. Okay, this has an introduction I didn't realise. "In my little garden, now promise you won't laugh. I haven't had any flowers and I haven't any grass. But now I'm going to dig and plant, and soon I'll have a show. With a bit of sun and a bit of rain, there'll be a lovely row of 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. Okay, music and words by Peter Charlton and Paul Reed. Okay, so we're getting through it. We're in number 32, "The Guard Song" by Molly Mason James. "With a guard by the palace gate, keeping watch at our posts night and day. With a guard standing tall and straight, and the people must do as we say. When a stranger comes that we do not know, you can hear our voices ring. Who goes there? Are you friend or foe? Then pass in the name of the Queen." Very nice, "The Guard Song." And now the Fireman. With his helmet and his axe, and his ladder and his hose, every fireman fights the fire. As everybody knows, he's a man who's very brave. He's got to climb up high, hosing water on the flames as they leap into the sky. Okay, it carries on. "When Father papered the parlour." Okay, this is taking it back to a musical song. I think this might be from the 1920s, something like that. "When Father papered the parlour, you can see him for paste, dabbing it here, dabbing it there. paste and paper everywhere. Mother was stuck to the ceiling, the children stuck to the floor. I never knew a blooming family so stuck up before. Very good. The animals went in 2 by 2. The animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The animals went in 2 by 2, the elephant and the kangaroo, and they all go into the ark for to get out of the rain. I feel like the melody was slightly different to what I know, and it's also very high for school children to sing. Okay, we're rattling through Going to the Zoo. This is a children's classic. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow, zoo tomorrow. Daddy's taking us to the zoo tomorrow. We can stay all day, we're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you can come too. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. Okay, the next song we've got, kind of keeping on the animal theme song. This is the Hippopotamus song, and you'll know it possibly from the chorus, which goes like this. Mud, mud, glorious mud, nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let us wallow in glorious mud. Okay, that was a Flanders and Swan tune called The Hippopotamus. It's actually a really great song. I teach it for grade 2 singing. So now a few more animal songs to go. Tiger, 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 orange and black. He's somewhere about, so you better watch out. Tiger, tiger, orange and black. There on the ground, I can see your back tracks. So tiger, tiger, orange and black. I'm going home in case you jump on my back. There we go. Where, oh, where has my little dog gone? Traditional American song. Bit of a waltz. It goes, where, oh, where has my little dog gone? Oh, where can he be? With his tail cut short and his ears cut long. Oh, where can he be? Okay, we're getting through nearly towards the end of this book. Let's try this one. This is another dog song. It's called Daddy Wouldn't Buy Me a Bow Wow. We're going to go straight into the verse. It goes, Daddy wouldn't buy me a bow wow, bow wow. Daddy wouldn't buy me a bow wow, bow wow. I've got a little cat and I'm very fond of that, but I'd rather have a bow wow wow. Okay, do we have more animal songs? Yes, we do. So I've got a couple of frog songs now. 5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, catching some most delicious bug. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool, and there were 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Okay. Frog went a-courting. Next song. Frog went a-courting, he did ride a hum, a hum. Frog went a-courting, he did ride a hum, a hum. Frog went a-courting and he did ride, sword and pistol by his side, a hum, a hum. Interesting, feels very American, that one. Just a few more tunes to go, and we're getting through it. This next one is called Down in Demerara. Demerara? British student song, apparently. And here we sit like birds in the wilderness, birds in wilderness, birds in wilderness. Here we sit like birds in the wilderness, down in Demerara. Okay, so a lot of these tunes are quite kind of repetitive. I guess that is the case for the children's song. Ferdinando the Donkey. Okay, Ferdinando the Donkey. Alright, I'm just going to give it a go. We've only got a few more songs to go, and then we'll be done. So well done for sticking with it with this one. It goes, get along, you lazy Ferdinando. We must leave the shade of the olive tree. Take me home at once, they'll be angry with me. Oh, take me home at once, they'll be angry with me. Oh. Okay, we're going straight on to a tune called Pusky Dusky. And now this is the name of the book, Pusky Dusky, and this is a great song because you can use this as a bit of a round. So what happens with that is you'll get the first half of the students singing the first bit, and then they kind of join in afterwards, and it goes like this. In middle ocean, sardines are swimming, a pusky dusky, a Apusskidu. A boat sails over, down comes a net, a pusky dusky, a Apusskidu. And then the next, basically what happens is it goes in middle, so it's kind of like a canon, I guess you would call it. Okay, just a couple more. We've been rattling through these. Gobelino the Witch's Cat. This is a great tune, actually, and it's actually, weirdly, it's written by the same guy that wrote Think of a World Without Any Flowers from the Come and Pray songbook. It goes, one fine night in a witch's cavern, two little kittens rolled onto the floor. One called Sutica was black all over, Brother Gobelino had one white paw. Then here's the chorus. Who'll give a home to a kitten? Who'll give a home to a cat? Gobelino you may call me, I just want a fire and a mat. And that was based on a children's book as well. Okay, we have A Windmill in Old Amsterdam. Okay, this is an interesting song in terms of the chords that we use. It uses something called the cycle of fifths, where the key changes every few bars. So we start off in F major, then we go to B flat major, then to E flat major, then to A flat major, then to D flat major. So each time the key changes, it moves by a fifth. So it goes... A mouse lived in a windmill in Old Amsterdam, a windmill with a mouse in, and he wasn't grousing. He sang every morning, how lucky I am, living in a windmill in Old Amsterdam. I saw a mouse, where? There on a stair, where on a stair? Right there, a little mouse with clogs on. Well, I declare, going clip, clippity clop on the stair. Oh yeah. A Windmill in Old Amsterdam. Just two more tunes to go, and then we wrapped up the Apusskidu songbook. Thank you so much for listening and sticking with me. Just got two more. Magan the Bad Tempered Dragon. I don't think I even know the last two songs. Let's give them a go anyway. Once there was a dragon, a bold-tempered dragon. Magan the dragon was his name. Lived inside a cavern on old top of a mountain. People could see his smoke and flames. Magan the dragon, the bad-tempered dragon, liked eating cows and bulls and sheep. And all through the daytime he had such a gay time, and when nighttime came couldn't sleep. Magan the Dragon, just to finish off a very short tune. So we're going risher, rasher, rusher. Risher, risher, rusher, the hare is in the bush. With his beady eye he's watching, he's afraid you'll try to catch him. Risher, risher, rusher, the hare is in the bush. I feel like that sounds like it could be an Australian tune, but there we go. That's the Pusky Dusky tune, songbook, Apusskidu, songs for children. Hope you enjoyed it, especially if you are a primary school music teacher or if you work with children. I'm sure there's a lot of tunes there that you might not have heard in a long time. Some of them are very obscure. Some of them I had never heard before, so apologies if I didn't play them particularly well. But something slightly different in today's assembly. And thank you very much for listening. We're going to switch it up again next week. And as ever, keep on singing, keep on smiling. I'll see you next week for another episode of Notes from School. Class dismissed.